Welcome to Barcelona, the spectacular host city to the 15th FINA World Championships. On day 2 of competition, we'll have a bird's eye view of the famous Sagrada Familia from the 10-metre diving platform. We're up and running in the women's water polo competition at the Bernard Picanol Pool. And the second gold medals to be decided in synchronised swimming with the technical duet final. First, though, we head to the diving for the men's 10-metre synchro final.
The second final of the diving competition, the men's 10-metre synchro platform. And it will really show this dramatic setting at its very best. Atmosphere poolside is tremendous. All the world's top performers ready to compete, including the Olympic champions. Now, Xiao Yuan and Zhang Yanchuan.
Hey, so
will they continue their sky-high standards? Well, the answer is probably in the affirmative. Right bow for the applause. So relaxed in their diving, these Chinese, right across their events. They never look hurried, and that was superbly done. Well, they're already in great form. The 10s are out. The 10s are out. 3 counting as well, and 9.5s. This is how they stand at the halfway stage. China looking unstoppable in first, Olympic silver medalists from Mexico second, European champions from Germany third, ahead of Russia. We're into round 4. Next to go, it's Aguirre from Cuba. 5th position. In with 3.5 somersault tucked.
yeah.
It's a 3.2 dive.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, they got a silver medal in the Pan American Games back in 2011 in Guadalajara in this event. So they've had success at championship level. They know they can produce it, and that was a lot closer to their best, one suspects. It was a nice dive, and they've pulled out a big score, 83.52. From the Ukraine, walking purposely forward and turning and just balancing right on the edge of that 10-metre platform. Mazhensky and Gorshkovazov. Two big strong lads generate plenty of momentum. You can see first object of the exercise is to push yourself away from that very solid platform and create the space to perform those 3.5 somersaults. 8.5s for synchronization. Just that one 7.5 left. Now it's the Russian team, Inibaev and Chesikov. Up into 4th place. 4.5 somersaults in this dive. It's 3.7 in the tariff. It's their biggest dive in their program, and they'll want to really nail it. You've got to judge the takeoff position on that board. Just one of the many things that must be going through their minds, even though they've done this dive, well, not hundreds, thousands of times in training. They want to get a big score to try and make the most of that 3.7 tariff. Well, it's good. It's extremely good. The standard is better than extremely good. Really quick word at the top there. Ivan Garcia it was with the instruction.
Sí se puede.
Little trademark. They're in 2nd position before this dive.
1, 2, 3.
Terrific composure at the top of the dive there. Olympic silver medalists. Bronze will not be the colour they'll be looking for. A little bit of yawing, you could say, there in the dive. Have they left a little bit of room for the German team to exploit? A big cheer for the two Germans. 6 times they've been European champions, absolutely dominated this event at that level of competition. Doing it at the World Championship level. They'll step up again, back 3.5 somersault, pint 3.6. Might want to query the entry. German flags will cheer come what may. Klein, along with Chubo, was one of only 2 divers in the last World Championships who won medals in both the synchronised and the individual competitions. 8.5s for the synchronisation, 91.80 is their total in this 4th round. Zhang Yanchan stepped forward, 18 and 19, these two. Back 3.5 somersault, they lead the competition. Now that was not as good as they would be looking for. Well, this team are looking to equal the achievement of Huo Liang and Chu Bo, who were Olympic champions in '98, and then followed that up with the world title in 2008, in 2007. And that could be costly. Well, let's look at those marks. That has really opened up this competition. They slipped down to 4th. Well, the door well and truly open in this competition. And the Mexicans have got a gold medal in their sights after 4 rounds. The Russians have come right up, the Germans and the Chinese unthinkably down to 4th. That is a major, major shock. And once again, we are reminded nothing is taken for granted. Kovazov on the right, 22 yesterday. It's in his 3rd World Championship, remember. He's got the experience. Nozhensky looking to follow his lead. It's his only event. Forward 4.5 somersaults, 3.7. This is a big dive. Well, they threw themselves into it. Well, they got bronze in the recent European Championships. So they've been in big competition recently. It was only last month. Quite managing to step up to that next level of competition. Cubans are ahead of them. Now the Russians are coming. They are in the silver medal position at the moment. This is their 5th of 6 dives, back 3.5 somersault, 3.6 the tariff. They are right in the medal frame.
No.
Now, has that been enough to hold that position? Possibly not. It was Minibaev's 22nd birthday yesterday as well. He'll be back in the 10 meters event for Chesikov. This is his only chance, and a big chance. He's 2 years younger than Minibaev to grab a medal, but I don't think that dive is going to really advance their causes, not if they're thinking of getting on the podium. Into that piked position. Stopping the rotations was the problem in the clean entry. That's disappointing. This competition's still wide open. They're ahead of the Cubans, but Mexico, Germany and China, for whom the door has perhaps reopened. Well, These are in the gold medal position at the moment. Sanchez and Garcia from Mexico. Olympic silver medalists. Possibly a little bored with being the bridesmaid, so to speak. Experienced competitors. You know what it takes. Reverse 3.5 somersault tucked. 3.3 the tariff. Not one of their big tariff dives. Can't afford to let the standard slip. That will not get them a gold medal. Big, big sigh across the whole crowd, who've been absolutely set alight by, well, the unpredictability of this competition. Who knows who's going to be on that podium in, well, 20 minutes, half an hour's time. That's where the problems started to go wrong. Just couldn't put on the brakes, could not hold it, and that has really cost them. Well, this crowd here, packed in, doesn't know what to expect next. Oh, 2.5 at this stage of the competition. That is devastating. Look at the looks on their faces. Oh, come on, put it behind you. Great to see them together. The door opens, but just how far for Klein and Housting, the European champions, in the bronze medal position. 5th round dive, 2 to go. Reverse 3.5 somersault tucked. Massive roar from the German fans here. They know they're on the edge of something good, but how good? The flags are out, the clackers are going. It's a good solid dive. It's not great, but in the standards of this competition where things have been going badly wrong, that is not a mistake at all. That puts them at the top of the pile. Now, the one thing you know about Zhao Yuan and Zhang Yangshan, the Olympic champions, is that if they can pull out the big one, they could do it, and they have shown consistently they can do something special. This is a big dive. Tariff of 3.7, it was not flawless. They're under pressure just like everybody else. Down in 4th place, which was, well, unimaginable coming into this 5th round. Well, the synchronicity is not there, nor the entries, and that is not what was required at all. A 4, those marks, they're a disaster. And China still out of the medals. Well, the 4th round went all over the place, and everybody was just waiting for them to make amends. Well, the big, big cheers around this fantastic arena, because it's Germany in the gold medal position, then Russia, then Mexico, and China well off the pace. The final dive for the Cuban team, ready to throw themselves off that platform. Backwards. Graphic there illustrating the back 2.5 somersault, 2.5 twists. They're in 5th place. This is 3.6, the degree of difficulty. Need a strong finish. Might well have produced one. Peseguera, 33 years of age, 6th in Shanghai, and a real stalwart at a high level throughout a very impressive career. He's giving his partner Aguirre 10 years. That in diving terms is generations. Oh, what a great finish. Outstanding that. No wonder they're standing up in the Cuban camp and applauding that. Terrific final dive. 95 points. Leave them asking for more. Mezhensky and Gorsh from Ukraine. Back 2.5 somersault, 2.5 twist.
Да. 3, 4.
Well, they consistently deliver strong performances at championship level without quite breaking into that medal frame. Gorsh has some European championship medals, but they've finished that one strongly enough, and they may well develop as a partnership. 8.5s and 8s. Just behind the Cubans, they'll finish. Now Minibaev and Chesikov. This has to go well. They're in the silver medal position. The door has opened for them. This is a real chance. Minibaev, 22 yesterday. What a present awaits him if they can complete this back 2.5 somersault, 2.5 twists. Here they go. That's got to be the biggest moment of their diving career. Waiting on the edge of that board. Great applause from their supporters. 3.6 is the tariff. Not flawless. Through those twists. Anxious moments as they wait for the scores. Very decent indeed, very decent indeed. Puts them leading at the moment. But we have the big three in the betting anyway, still to go. But they have performed highly creditably. Good respect between the divers here. They all know what they've been through. Not just today, but in all those mornings and evenings of work in and out the water. German Sanchez, even Garcia are in the bronze medal position as they approach their last dive. This forward 2.5 somersault with 3 twists is the biggest dive in terms of tariff in the whole competition. They're brave, those two. They are brave. They go for it. They pile on the degree of difficulty and test themselves. And if they pull off the execution, then the bonus can be massive. The entries were decent. 3 twists they have to complete, as well as those 2.5 somersaults. What control and skill and gymnastic ability it takes. They wait for those scores to come through. 8.5s. Has the degree of difficulty made the difference? It's not got them above the Russians. Well, they're in second place at the moment. What a competition this has been. We are on the edge of something quite extraordinary here. The European champions, one dive away from lifting the world title. Sasha Klein, Patrick Housting have all the experience and all the talent. Now it has to count. It's a massive roar from those German fans. 3.6 the tariff. They have had an outstanding competition. Great to see the applause. The flags are waving. European champions. 7th at the Olympics. These will be anxious moments until the judges reveal those marks. Well, the competitors and the judges like it. It's good, it's very good. 9s for synchronisation. That's got to be it. Germany have had a brilliant day. Klein and Housding take the applause. Well may they celebrate. Well, a hush now as the Olympic champions, who are out of the medal frame with a degree of difficulty of 3.6 in this back 2.5 somersault, 2.5 twists. The last 2 dives have been disastrous by their sky-high standards. Well, that is far more like it. It might have been a very different day had they produced that throughout this competition. A polite bow. They know they have sold themselves short. They wait to see the news. We watch the replays. The crowd holds its breath until those marks are revealed. The Olympic champions, they salvaged something right at the death here in their final dive. Such a disappointing day for them. China's domination in this event under major threat here. Well, they pulled out a stunning degree of figures, I suspect. The crowd holds its breath. Brilliant. Brilliant dive. It's got them the bronze, but it is Germany who've got the gold. They cannot believe it. Sascha Klein and Patrick Housding. There'll be an awful lot of German fans out in Barcelona tonight. They are the world champions. And there'll be no clean sweep of the diving competition by China here in Barcelona. On the second evening of competition, China have shown they are vulnerable. 2 really poor dives, the 4th and 5th. They look a little bit shell-shocked, those 2 young divers. A new team China went with for these competitions, but it's Germany who take the gold medal. So tense. Well, this crowd have been absolutely on the edge of their seats. There have been mistakes, but Germany have got the gold. Russia have got the silver, and China have to settle for bronze. They've always been in the medal positions, China. It's usually been gold, not this evening. Oh, Europe's best for so many years. There it is. Sascha Klein, Patrick Housding are the world champions. Viktor Minibayev, Artem Chesikov, a new combination, really delivering silver for Russia. Zhao Yan, Zhang Yanshan for China, just about salvaging the bronze. And the Mexicans, who look so strong, miss out. Chinese team, if it stays the same, they had so many 10-metre divers they could have produced several couplings. They changed it from their winning duo in Shanghai, and they paid a price in the end.
Russia's women's water polo team began the competition in emphatic style, crushing Uzbekistan by 26-2. This goal by Alexandra Antonova towards the end of the second period was one of 3 goals she contributed to the win. Head coach of Russia says there are tougher battles ahead against Spain and the Netherlands. He isn't joking. Final score, Russia 22, Uzbekistan 6. Australia were red-hot favourites to beat New Zealand in their preliminary match. Australia were bronze medalists in London 2012 and were never seriously troubled. Here, Kija Goffers made it 8-3 in the third quarter. The Australians say they were nervous prior to the start. The next game is against China. Final score, Australia 15, New Zealand 4. China are the current World League winners, so they're in uncompromising mood against unfancied South Africa. South Africa couldn't score in the opening 3 quarters. No problems though for China, who rattled in the goals. Mark Wan made it 7-0, one of 5 goals she scored. The Chinese ran out easy winners 17-2. The USA was slow out of the blocks in their opening match against Greece and in fact were 2-0 down in the first quarter. By the third they regained their supremacy, and here's Maggie Steppers making it 9-6. Who said afterwards it was a very physical game. The USA team are enjoying themselves, ran out 12-8 winners. This match turned out to be one of the closest in the tournament, as Canada just about prevailed against Great Britain. This goal turned out to be a crucial one for the Canadians, as they opened up a 3-goal advantage courtesy of Christina Alogbo, who found the net 4 times. By the end, Canada had built up a 5-goal lead and ran out 14-9 victors. Hungary were the overwhelming favourites to beat Brazil, and they duly obliged against one of the weaker teams here in Barcelona. Rita Castelli on target, as Hungary got their campaign off to a very positive start. Final score, Hungary 20, Brazil 6. Italy made hard work of their opening game against Kazakhstan. They were expected to win easily. They were only short of a victory in the last quarter. Alexander Cotti was on target for Italy. Italy will have to play better than this to progress to the latter stages of the competition. Final score, Italy 9, Kazakhstan 7. This was probably the best match of the day, as the Netherlands took an early advantage against the host Spain. But Spain fought back, and this was the best goal of their fight back, scored by Pilar Peña. Spain just about hung on in the final quarter and won by 14 goals to 12.
Here at the Palace on Jordi, this is day 2 of the synchronised swimming program, the second of the finals, the duet technical, just a handful of teams to swim their routines. And if anyone is going to challenge the Russians for the gold medal, surely it's this pair, Jiang Tingting and Zhang Wenwen, the 26-year-old twins from China, a score of 94.8 in the preliminary round, lying second. They were the bronze medalists at the Rome Championships some 4 years ago.
I'd expect an amazing performance here in this technical routine. The next 2 minutes, 20 seconds. You'll see some fantastic synchronization. 8 required elements will be performed to perfection unless they make a mistake. Perfect lines. So they'll be marked on the execution and the overall performance. And they're just beautiful to watch as well. Very artistic. That's an incredibly difficult movement to do. They just make it look so easy. Great flexibility. And now moving into the 4th required element, which is the connected movement. leg should stay as close to the surface of the water as possible. Beautiful, hips right up at the surface. Excellent. Height they're getting here, half a twist and then a 12 very quickly back again, and then 3 spins. Good vertical line. Excellent. Wow, what a performance there from Tinting Yang, Wenwen Yang, twins from China. Chunya, the coach, they work extremely hard in China. I think they work harder than anybody else. Identical twins, apart from Tinting has a freckle on her forehead apparently, so we'll have to see if we can spot it. And Wenwen is just very, very slightly longer in the face. That's how you can tell them apart.
They have been exciting on the world scene for the last few years. The bronze medalists 4 years ago at the 13th edition of the FINA World Championships in Rome. They didn't compete in the duet section of the London Olympics. It was a different combination representing China on that occasion. They ended up with a bronze medal, but these girls did compete in the teams event. So the scores now for the girls from China, 94.8 this morning. They've improved upon that, 94.9. They have taken over the top position here in the fight for the gold medal. Will it be enough? The Russians to come. And now we have the favourites for the gold medal from Russia. It's Svetlana Romashina, the gold medalist in the solo technical event last night, the 23-year-old, and also Svetlana Kolesnichenko, a new partner. Of course, Romashina has been so successful in the past with the great Ishchenko, the gold medalist from London. Ishchenko's not here though. She's effectively retired, having a baby, and now a new partner in the form of Kolesnichenko.
This is going to be an absolute amazing display of synchronised swimming. It really will be at its best. They hardly ever make a mistake. So really watch out for the amount of travel that they get, the speed of the movement, the height, the flexibility, the precision, and the synchronisation. No loss of height at all as the second leg went up to vertical. Keep the shoulders high. Now look at the height they get here. And amazing flexibility, speed of that movement. Good fishtail rotation. And keeping it going with extra rotations, and the crowd love that. Good high lift on the boost, maximum height when the arms come out of the water. Keeping the maximum height, disappearing at the same time, good. Excellent. Wow, what a performance there from the Russian duet. These girls, these swimmers are heroes to many of the other swimmers here at these World Championships, and you can see why everybody aspires to be able to do synchronized swimming like the Russians, and that was just an incredible performance.
Absolutely superb. Surely that is the gold medal winning performance here in the duet technical event.
They just have so much height out of the water, but the movements that they do as well, they put so much speed into it. They're really high risk, but still manage to control it as well.
Excellent, excellent work by the girls from Russia, the new pairing, the Svetlanas, Kolesnichenko and Romashina.
I absolutely love that routine. I mean, the music is just amazing as well, isn't it? The whole thing, the choreography, the way it's put together, you just can't take your eyes off them.
Representing Russia were Svetlana Kolesnichenko and Svetlana Romashina. Execution.
So the score to beat by the Chinese, 94.9, and they've gone 97.3. They have improved upon their morning swim, and almost certainly we've seen another gold medal winning performance by this mighty Russian team. As we head out to the call room, just a few teams still to swim to try to take a medal in this technical duet event. Now the girls from Japan, who qualified 5th in the preliminary swim, 24-year-old Yumi Adachi, and also the 22-year-old Yukiko Inui, who was 5th in the solo event.
Excellent height. Swimmers at no time allowed to touch the bottom of the pool here. They'll be listening to the underwater speaker, but counting every single beat of the music to get perfect synchronization. Good synchronization on the angles, very difficult to do. Full rotation, double belly leg, into a belly leg position at maximum height, keeping the 90-degree angle. Here into the rocket split, 2 splits. Very good synchronization. Going for some originality on the connected movement. Horizontal leg just a little bit high on the fishtail position. And it's from here that they really need to keep their strength. When they swam it in prelims, they looked a little bit tired towards the end. They need to keep the energy going. Keep the height on the shoulders. Excellent shot of the support skull, then the arms going above the head for the spin rotation. And well controlled after the thrust for that spin. Again, slightly different timing on the arms. They'll be starting to get really tired now just as they get up to the end. Very good performance. I felt the first half was definitely stronger than the second half. A few little errors started to come into it. But Miho Yoshida, the coach, she looked very, very happy. They're certainly really coming through, the Japanese, and they have a great history in synchronized swimming, have done well in sport for many, many years, and it's good to see them coming through and currently lying in 5th place in these World Championships. I like the artistic side of what they do as well. There's a lot of originality.
45.700 overall impression.
The score here for the Japanese pairing of Adachi and Inui, 91.7. A significant improvement on their swim this morning. They are in 4th placing. Got to be pleased with that. Improving by 1.3 points.
15, Canada.
Crowd getting excited now. The girls from Canada, Chloe Isaac and Karine Thomas. They were 6th through the preliminaries with 89.7. The Canadian pairing of Woodrow Gagnon and Marcotte finished just out of the placings at the London Olympics, but this is a new pairing here in this duet technical event.
Quickly into a first high thrust. Element. Good synchronization. Good posture in the water. Let's see if they get maximum height here. Excellent. Their coach the other day, they decided to choose Spanish music to show their respect and appreciation to the city of Barcelona. Had a 22-day training camp in Madrid before they travelled on to Barcelona. Very close together on that fishtail, almost touching each other, which they mustn't do. Like they really enjoy every single performance that they do. Very slightly falling off the vertical line there, but managed to control it for the end. Performance there from Canada, and I know they're working extremely hard. There's Mong Chen on the left. Wow, is she happy with that performance? I think so. And they're working really, really hard. It's a very young team, and they've just started on their journey to build up for the 2016 Olympics. But compared to what you've seen with China and with Russia, you can just see that the timing wasn't quite as spot on. The precision wasn't quite there. But they're young. They've got a lot of work to do, and I'm absolutely sure with their coach they will grow and grow as we lead towards Rio in 2016 and perhaps be challenging for a medal.
Well, Canada has such a strong history in synchronised swimming. In fact, they're 3rd on the medal tally, the overall medal tally, behind Russia and the United States. They've won 7 medals, but the most recent, and this is the telling point, was back in 1991. Isaac and Thomas, a score of 90 points exactly, 45 and 45. And that improves their position from the qualifying round. Sitting 5th overall.
Duet number 16, Spain.
Huge roar from the crowd. Understandably so. The final team in this duet technical final. It's the hometown team from Spain, Ona Cabanel Ballestero and Margarita Crespi. A new combination, but the Spaniards have won medals in this event in all 3 occasions this event has been staged at the World Championships. Score to beat, the Russians leading 97.3, the Chinese 94.9, the Spaniards looking for a medal.
Excellent start, really appreciated by the crowd. Great synchronization. Keeping the head out, hips high. Very slight error there on the synchronization on the rocket split. Great interpretation to the music. Spanish, one of the hardest nations when it comes to working on synchronized swimming, training 45 hours a week. Incredibly fit athletes. Well, they came in hoping to get on the podium, and after a swim like that, I think they really do have every chance. Incredible performance. It's so hard for them swimming in front of the home crowd, but they're really rising to the occasion. They have so much expectation on their shoulders, and that's why they've been putting in so many hours. The other athletes in Spain apparently make fun of the synchronized swimmers in a very nice way because they train so hard. They can't believe they spend so many hours in a swimming pool training. But that's what you need to do to get to the standards that we're seeing here. And that was just a beautiful performance from the Spanish duet.
Well, to get on the podium, they need to beat the score from the girls from the Ukraine. Ananasova and Voloshyna recorded 92.4. They are in 3rd place at the moment. The Jiang twins from China, 94.9. And Kolesnichenko and Romashina lead the way for the Russians, 97.3. Surely this will be a medal for the Spaniards. What colour will it be? The score, 93.8. It is a bronze medal for the Spaniards. They finished 3rd. So the gold medal once again goes to the Russians. China taking silver. And a bronze medal going the way of these girls from Spain. There we have the results. Kolesnichenko and Romashina, the Svetlanas, taking the gold from the Jiang twins of China and Cabanel and Crespi of Spain. So gold, silver and bronze awarded in the duet technical event as the girls climb up atop the gold medal podium and pose for the photos. So that brings to an end another wonderful day of competition here in Barcelona, with the first major upset of the championships, gold for Germany in the diving. And again, Russia taking gold in the synchro through the mighty Svetlanas. Join us for more action tomorrow.